and soft all at once. Feeling your chest rise and fall, thanking yourself for being here, for trying something a little different and new, for being brave, and most important, for just making it to class. Sometimes that's just the hardest thing of all, especially when we're dealing with rainy weather and a Sunday night. So you guys are really wonderful, and I want you to make sure you remind yourselves of that. So feel that in your heart, have it open down to your belly, let that belly breathe, soften, and relax down into your hips. Feeling your hips, just relax your glutes into the mat, heavy, gentle, listening to the rain, thinking about not much at all. And let that relaxing feeling head down to your legs, down behind your legs, to your knees, all the way down to your shins, and your calves, heavy, relaxed, carefree, over to the ankles, down the top of the feet, over those toes, and like a wave of peace. Let that just run right over the tip of your toes to the back of the knuckles on those feet, and then the balls of your feet, the arches, and then your heels. And take a couple of rounds of breath here, just thinking about you. This is your class, it is your time, it is your body, and it's only about you. Good. Take a couple more rounds of breath. And then bring a little energy back into your body, but keep that soft feeling as we're going to do gentle things all throughout class. You want to maintain that feeling of love and peace, gentle stretching. And then gently place your weight on your hands or on the back of your shoulders and bring yourself up to a seated position, nice and slow. Maybe feeling that backbone, the vertebrae change. Bring yourself forward. And once your back is relaxed, you're going to turn over to the tabletop position to all fours. Bring your body right over to tabletop. Now again, here, because we have the slack line, it opens up our depth in our body. So we have longer to go so we can stretch further. So it might feel really good for you. If it doesn't, as I said before, come down to the board or come down to the mat. So let's try the slack line first. In like a typical tabletop, you want to make sure your shoulders are right over your elbows. Nope, that's not right. Shoulders are over your wrists. And that your hips are over your knees. Take a deep breath and roll it up into cat. And notice the difference with the slack line. You have so much more room and you can actually push on that slack line to let that chin come to your chest. Feeling that back round. Thinking about your belly button to spine. And on your next round of breath, on the exhale, come down to cow, nice and slow. Letting the hips come up, and then the chest forward and up. Feeling that belly button stretch. The head can come back a little bit. Maybe keep your eyes closed, maybe just focus on something soft. Good, deep breath, bring it back into cat. Go slow, you get to feel more on this slack line. Good. Deep breath in. And on the exhale, come down to cat. cage open in the front, your shoulder blades in the back come together. Lift up those hips, maybe pull your hips a little further back. Good. And deep breath back into cat. I know your heart is heavy from those nights. Good. Deep breath back down to cow. You are a fighter, a fighter. Then we're going to do 2 more sets. If you want, gently remember this will tip if you put weight on one side. So you kind of put weight on one side and then the other to the far end of the slack line. And continue your cat-cows. You may like this, you may not. So if this feels good or something you want to expand on, take a couple of cat-cows with your arms wide. If that doesn't feel good, slide your hands equal pressure back down to the middle. You just don't want it to tip. So wherever you're happy, keep going with those cat-cows at your own pace. But close your eyes. Feel your body. Let any stress go. Let the world just fade away. One more set. You're gonna be okay. And then come flat down. Nice strong back. Bring your hands together or not. You can bring your left leg in a little bit more to the center if you like. You're gonna take that right leg behind you with those toes tucked. And you can just gently press in into the toes. Pressing that hip back, you'll feel the stretch in the calf. If you think about your hips as headlights and turn your headlights facing forward, that will allow some extra stretch. But roll through your feet and feel that stretch at the end. Do 2 more, then we're going to hold with that stretch with our heels working our way down. So here's 1 more. And then push down, letting that heel work itself down. Breathe. Good. Take a deep breath, come up halfway and lift that right leg. And extend it out. It's like someone is taking your right foot and pulling it. So it's coming out of its socket enough to have some longevity here. Some length, some extension. And if you want, for the core, you're welcome to add on a bird dog or a crooked table. It's called many different things. But you do not have to. This is an extra. So it's up to you. So just hold the arm up and the leg up, or just the leg. Completely up to you. Good. And if you took that arm out, bring it back down and gently bring that foot so the toes hit the ground and slide it open to our second position. So it's really to our right. Toes are on the ground, and then you're going to work your heel down. And here, you can kind of lean back a little bit, see how that feels. Or you can come up and lean to the left, working the inner thigh. Or slide it out longer and come down. So it's a really pick your own stretch here, what feels good for your body. Maybe some cat-cows while you're there, or maybe you just come down to your elbows, find the long stretch and hold. Maybe it's like a wave of movement. Focus on whatever you're feeling, whatever stretch. Good, we'll do this for 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Take that leg, gently slide it back the slack line. And let the head drop down. You will find, if you find the right spot with the slack line, you'll have so much more room to come down than you normally do. So let your heart sink down and give any stress, worries, tension to your mat. We'll head down to the floor below us, down into the earth. Let Mother Nature take all of your stresses. She always knows what to do with them. She turns them into beautiful, wonderful things. But there's no need for you to carry them. Anything that's been going on for you, worry about, maybe the week coming ahead, don't worry about it. Let it go. Give it away. You can stay here in this child's pose. You can adjust it if you want. Try your arms on slack line. And breathe. Couple more really big rounds of breath here, letting that body soften into the mat, into the earth. And gently start working yourself back up into tabletop position. Take it nice and slow. You can take the hands off the slack line and onto the board or the mat. Bring yourself up slow. Find your tabletop position and then send that left leg back, just like we did before. Try to engage all of the toes. Just press back. Feeling the openness in the feet. And then if you want to push and come back. Working through the toes, working through that whole leg, feeling the hamstring stretch. And just move as you see fit. You can come up on the slack line, you can stay on the board. And again, think about your hips as headlights. So you want both facing down. So your left one may have to come down and your right one comes up in order to have straight headlights. You don't want to veer off and go into the woods. And then find that nice long stretch, right? Pressing that heel down. Working through the toes, the calf, maybe a little bit of the back of the hamstring. Good, take a deep breath, and with that inhale, rise that leg up long. Again, you can be up on the slack. Hips both facing down, and that leg is reaching out long, making space in your hips, your lower back. So you can point the toe, try to reach that toe, or you can just imagine that leg being gently pulled, letting that hip socket open up. And if you want to add the other arm for balance and a little bit of core work, you're welcome to. But if you want to keep it nice and soft, you do not have to. Good. Hold for 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Take those toenails down, and then slide that leg open. Find the foot flat on the floor, and then lean into it. You want to think about rolling your pinky toe onto the ground and having your arch active. So you're rolling onto the left side of your foot, but you're activating the arch as well. And hold. You're welcome to rock. You're welcome to go side to side. You're welcome to come low. Whatever feels good. Good. Let's hold for 4, and 3, 2, leg nice and slow. Keep it connected to the earth. Bring it back and in and find your child's pose position, whether it's wide or close together. And take one more child's pose. If you want to move the board around, feel free. We'll be doing a lot of that, so don't feel shy. And a good head drop down. Good. I'm going to stay here for a minute and a half. And I am going to walk around and just gently push on anyone who wishes to be pushed on. Didn't do my yes or no card, so I'll just ask. Did you go for a push? It won't hurt. You are not here. Julia, one. Sure. You are God. You are not holy. Oh, yes. You accent rolling. You my dear? I hear your slow. I will send out an army to find you in the middle of the dark night is true. I will rescue you. Remember, singing is not only allowed, but it's encouraged. And if that's what you don't want to listen to me. There's 20 seconds here, just letting that body soften. I'll be sheltered, I'll be around. I hear you whisper underneath. And on your next inhale and exhale, slowly bring that body up to a nice tabletop. And tuck your toes. And allow your hips just to go left and right. Working out any kinks. Let the shoulders go with it if you like. Really rock as much as comfortable as for you. Do for 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Come back to center. Make sure those toes are tucked. And we're going to push yourself up into a downward dog. So you can use the slack line, or you can use other parts of the body. The mat, the board, up, back into downward dog. I'm going to stay here for just about a minute. So walk it out. If it becomes too much, sometimes downward dog isn't a great resting pose for some bodies. So if it isn't, do something different. Let those feet pedal out. And again, I'm just going to walk around so you can keep. Good. You want to think about bringing your heels down. Yes, as much as you can. You may not be able to touch the ground, and that's fine. Nice long back. Beautiful. Good. Coming back there. So I'm not going to move you, but I would encourage you to let your head drop a little bit in between, and then lift your tailbone up and back a teeny bit. And that's all I ever recommend. Do something. Breathe. Pedal it out if you need to. And give yourself 2 big rounds of breaths. And slowly start walking yourself up into a forward fold. So your feet can go right in front of the board. And think about pressing into the board with your palms, reaching your forehead towards the mirror, so that your chest, and when it comes down to a forward fold, finds your legs. So you guys hear me say this a lot. You think about extending out, and then out and down. So that chest really finds the thighs, and the head just hangs. Good. And here, if it feels bending the knees one way or another, working on the side, IT band. That might be an option for you. You might want to think about leaning to the right as far as you can with straight legs, holding it and then bending the right leg. So all those options again are just letting the forward fold occur, the body be heavy. You can just go side to side with your hips and your knees bending, or take your body to one direction with straight legs, and then bend that left leg whichever way you're leaning. Good. And then take another 30 seconds to do whatever feels good for you in this forward fold. Anything that's opening. Good. Deepen your stance. Feel the movement. Good. Let's do this for 4. And 3. Don't forget to breathe. 2. And 1. On your next inhale, slowly start rising yourself up. Nice and slow, feeling your calves, your hamstrings, your tailbone, your vertebrae rounding it through. Slow as you can, come up. And when you get to the up, it may be before or after others, find a position where you roll your shoulders back. So you're nice and tall and that chest is open wide. Hands come forward. I want you to think about really grounding into the earth. And I want you to picture that you are taking this mat and ripping it in half. So your legs are really opening this way, engaging it, so you're feeling it over here. Your legs are very active. Engage your core, tuck your tailbone, and open up the chest, roll those shoulders back, still keeping the legs active. And hold. Mountain pose looks simple, but it's not. There's a lot going on. Just hold for 3, 2, 1. Bring your arms down, relax the lower body too. Good. Raise it up. We'll breathe up for 3 times. Just 1. And down. 2. And down. Good. Last one up, nice and strong. Grab all the beautiful things. And forward fold. Reach forward. Taking your hips back and find that slack line. We're going to do a couple of sun salutations to warm up. So take them at your own pace. The first thing we'll do is this forward fold. First time we'll just forward fold as we have been. Good. Then we're going to walk it back to a downward dog. And pedal that out. Think about the elbows and the ears being close to each other. Hips up and back long. Good. And then we're going to work ourselves down to a plank. Before we go, I want you to think about your body. What is best for you? And you can always change it. So you can start working yourself down to plank, straight with your hands on that slack line. And if that doesn't feel good on your arms, come right off of it. Put the knees down and find another plank. Maybe it's on your knees. When I say knees, I mean the upper part of your body. Or here, so you're not putting too much pressure on your wrists or your arms. There's 1,000 ways to do it, so whatever suits you best. Good, hold for 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Now I want you to lower yourself down. Any which way you can. Bring your chest right down to that slack line. And we're going to lift up for a baby back bend. Our first one will be smaller, so just lift up a little. Lifting up from your shoulders and your chest. So it's not a full-blown cobra, it's more of a sphinx on a line. So if this doesn't feel good, if it's too much for you, come right down. But hold, bring those wings together behind you, activate them. Breathe, lift that chest up, push your hips in the ground, feeling that deep curve in your back. Tuck those toes and work your way into whatever you want, whether it be plank, or tabletop, or knee plank, and hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Work yourself up into that downward dog. Hips up and back. Nice long stretch. Good. Deep breath. And let's walk ourselves into a forward fold. This time, let's walk right on the board. So your feet are underneath your slack line. So we do a halfway lift. Normally it looks like this. Bring your hands halfway up your shins and bring the body up and out. Here you can do that, or you can take the slack line and pull it. Add a really strong stretch for the back of the legs here. So you can pull it up. Or you can do a regular halfway lift, which looks just legs right below the knees, butt behind you, head out long. Good. Bring your hands back down to the slack line. And we're going to walk ourselves down to downward dog. We'll do 2 more of these, warm up our body. This will be the most active part of our practice tonight. So hold the downward dog, elbows in between, head, hips up and back, working those heels closer and closer to the ground. Deep breath, bring yourself down to any type of plank you like. Tabletop, half plank, long plank, medium plank, no plank. Hold wherever you are for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. You put your knees down first, fine. Bring that body down so the chest falls pretty close to that slack line. You can spread your arms a little wider if you like, or you can keep them next to you and raise yourself up. Find whatever back bend you want. And hold. Roll your shoulders back. Beautiful. Let the shoulder blades fall together. Open up the chest. Breathe for 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Take a little breath for that back. Tuck your toes. And however you want to get back to that plank pose, go for it. Any which way. Hold your plank, tabletop, whatever it is for 4, 3. Engage that belly button, even in tabletop. Belly button to spine, back long. 2.5. 1. And walk it up to that forward fold. Finding your feet on board. And halfway lift. You can open up your arms to the sides of the slack board and just lift. It opens up the side chest, the pectorals, or the middle, or a normal halfway lift. Whichever you prefer. Good. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring those arms down. Walk it back down. Hold downward dog. Elbows, ears, hips up and back. So that last run of the salutation, work yourself down to plank, tabletop, whatever suits your fancy. Don't overdo it, but don't underdo it. Find your middle ground. Hold for 4, and 3, 2, and 1. You can come straight down to put the knees down first. You can come down, put that chest on the ground. Good. Aim for a breath. And then push those hips into the earth and lift up your chest as high as you are comfortable doing. And breathe. I'm thinking about rolling those shoulders back. Igniting your wings. Opening up your heart. And breathing. Pressing those hips in. Feeling the hip in the back. Good. 4, 3. Very nice. 2, 1. Bring your chest down. Take a baby little break. Tuck those toes, and however you wish to get back up. Plank, tabletop, knees, whatever. Hold for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walk yourself back to that downward dog. Really it up to your forward fold. And put your feet right on that board again. And halfway lift with or without the slack line. Nice and strong. Hold for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1 and put it down. Good. I want you to walk your feet back so the tops of your toes are within an inch or 2 of that slack line. Take your left leg and cross it over. If this does not feel good for your knees, you can vary it in any way you want. But if you can cross and keep those pinky toes together, lean to the left. Working on the IT band, on the hip. So we're going to stay here for another 20 seconds. Let that head drop, hips to the left. It would be the last time I would broke my heart. Good. Take a deep breath, bend the knees if you want to, and head to the right. Feels a little funny. Take your time with it. Hold. Good. Take a deep breath. Bring those hips back to the middle. Bend the knees. You can take that foot right next to the other. And find another forward fold, nice and soft. Letting that head drop down. If you want, since you might be a little warmer now, you can take the sides of the slack board and use it to gently pull your chest towards your thighs, or just for stability. Hold for 4 and 3, 2 and 1, and bring those arms together. You move them. Bend your knees enough to bring that right foot over, so pinky to pinky if you can. When the body is stable, lean to the left. You can bend knees if that feels better for your body. Good, let the head drop, nice and heavy. Lean into that left side as much as feels good for you. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend those knees a little bit enough to come forward to the center and then over to the right. This one always feels a little awkward, so take your time to see how far you want to go. And hold. Good, deep breath, bend those knees as much as you need to get that foot forward, so both feet are facing forward, and allow yourself to forward fold again. And breathe. And your next inhale, slowly start to rise. Again, taking your time, maybe a full count of 8, whatever your body needs. Pushing through your heels, feeling the vertebrae, the tailbone tuck. Body up. And then the shoulders when they get there. And hold. Good. Deep breath up, arms up into fifth. And we're going to lean to the right. No, this is the right, yeah it is. Okay. I didn't think that one through. And here you want your hips pretty much forward and your shoulders pretty much forward and hang. And if this feels good on the left side and you want to stay. If you want to add, send those hips over. Bending legs if you like so they don't lock out. And hold. Good, deep breath, bring your legs back. Another deep breath and bring that arm up and carry the body up. Beautiful. Hold here, little circle up, and to the left. Hips forward, shoulders forward. Nice round circle. Bring that left arm down. That allows your body to reach a little further. Great. And you can stay here if you want, or send the body to the right, allowing a deeper stretch. Maybe reach a little more. Bring those hips back. Let that arm come up. Deep breath. Bring that whole body up. And forward fold. Release that back. Let those shoulder blades kind of fall off the spine. Over onto the sides of the mat. Good. And roll it up. Roll it up for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And take a little break here. Grab some water if you need it. You can open up a window if anyone's hot, more or less, whatever suits your fancy. Can't do it. I don't know if the other one will open or not with the AC there. Probably have the AC workable. Which would be bad? All right, you doing okay so far? All holding on? Okay, left foot forward. Remind me I said left foot. I'm gonna go to the other side. So your left foot is on the board, underneath the strap line. Again, you can always come right back on your mat if you want. Take this right leg long. Find your balance, your runner's lunge. See how my hips kind of went this way? I'm gonna need to correct that and bring them forward. And that will make me do that. So you gotta find your balance. Okay. And hold. See if you can dip down a little lower. You want to work your heel towards the ground if you can. If you want to bring the heel up and stretch more, it's more of a personal choice as long as you're working on bringing that left hip back and that right hip forward. Good. Bring it up. Hold. Hold for 4, shoulders away from the ears. Feel the backbones engage. Those little wings. 2, 1, and then reach forward. Slow, slow, slow. Pressing into your left foot and find the slack line. We're going to take our right arm and twist it up. Holding onto the slack line really encourages balance and core work. So if you want that today, do that. If you want to find the actual earth for more stability, that's fine too. So wherever you wish to be, think about really lifting that whole body up and over. So that right shoulder, that right chest, reaching towards the back, and hold for 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it back. Good, deep breath. And push with that right foot, find the left foot, and find another forward fold. Breathe. Left leg back, right leg is on the thing. And find your runner's lunge. It can be high, it can be low. Your heels can be working towards the ground in the back, or they can be up. All what you're looking for. So you can be up high, holding here. Whatever your preference is that you need to be up. And hold. My hands are shaking like crazy. You too? Oh, good. I'm glad it's not just me. Okay, place the right hand somewhere and let that left one open up. Find your balance, press into your right heel, your right toes. Let that left chest, left shoulder blade really twist. Breathe for 4, 3, 2, 1. Arm down. Good. Go ahead into warrior 1 again. If you want to bring that leg a little closer, push into the right foot again. Use that right leg to bring the body up. Lose your balance. Let's find it again. Find your warrior 1. Shoulders down. Let's up and back. And breathe. Hold. Forgot my canoe. That's right, we are together, aren't we? And it is Sunday. What the hell? I don't know what that is. Look at it. Holy cannolis. Michelle and I take this class regularly on Sunday nights. It has rained in crazy ways. It's always Sunday nights. So, welcome to Sunday nights. All right, deep breath. And reach it forward. Michelle brought her canoe, so she will all give you right hands.
No, I forgot my canoe.
Oh, you forgot?
Yes, I'm screwed. Oh, shoot. We're sleeping over.
All right, sleep over. All right, deep breath. Bring that right leg back to meet the left leg. Mini forward fold, mini downward dog. Good. And roll it up. All right. So, the next thing we're going to do is called crooked tree. And it's easier than it looks. But again, you trust yourself. You're going to flip your board. Remember, it will rock, so if I stepped over here, it's going to flip. So don't step on one side. We know that. So find your middle, move your arm, there you go. And you're going to bring your body up. If anyone is nervous to be up here, wait till I come by, and I'll just be here a little bit like this. Beautiful. Socks may be slippery, be careful. There it is. How's it feel, Angie? Okay, all right. I'm close by, I'll come dashing. All right, so here, you have a couple different choices. Michelle's gonna rock. She's gonna rock because she's practicing her balance and her core. If you want to do that, I'm right here. Your both hands are just be close, or just hold. Good. Next one. And do what you're comfortable with. Every day is different. First thing you've ever been on a skateboard upside down, I would presume. So give yourself some grace. Beautiful. Okay, find that middle balance. And then the next thing we're going to do is bring your, whichever leg you want. I see your right leg a little closer to the middle. Gently slide it in. And then you're going to take that left leg and bring it down here. And then up. If you want to straight. And it can stay here on the board. It can stay halfway. You can bring it all the way up into passe and straight. No problem.
Yeah, that'll be bad.
Right?
Sure, these are
I'm good. Beautiful. 1 to 10, how are you doing?
I don't know.
Somewhere around a 9.
That feels like, yeah.
It's a little scary, but good. I have you. Find one spot and look at it. Might be better if she took her socks
More
off.
than my leg just
Yeah.
Yeah, I would take the socks off.
Yeah. Next leg will take your sock off.
More than my leg won't stay still.
That's okay, put it right on the board. If you want to. Tuck it up next to you. So you have a little bit of balance. Better? Okay. Doing okay? You want to come up a little bit? Or you have it? Great, thank you. Good. Want to come up a little higher? You have it. Now what she's doing, she has her foot on her knee. Normally I would yell at her, but not in this position. Wherever we are. Everyone has their foot on their knee, don't worry. So that's where you need to be during this assignment. Be careful. Okay, don't work yourself down. And if you want to step off to take off your socks, you can. If you want to leave them on, you can. Okay. So let me make a slip. You're doing great. So whatever's working for you. So let's work on the other side. The only thing I'm noticing that will help you is that some of us when we're heading into treat are doing this. And then you're picking up your leg. It's really hard to balance when you're like way off of your center of balance. So you want to tuck it. Pull it up. So you're really solid on that foot. That will help you balance. Beautiful. That's perfect too. Tree on the ground. Up and out of there. Yes. Now lower your shoulders. Wow. Beautiful. Good. Gorgeous here too. want a little more, so you can go to arm rise. Maybe even just here, maybe one. Find your balance, wherever it may be. 4, 3, and 1. Bring it down. Good. As gently as you want to, either come back or come forward, come off your board. You're already there, Madeline. Perfect. Back and back. Perfect. Take that board, give her a flipperoo. And then we're going to turn ourselves around. I'm going to, I guess I'll face this way for just for now. So we're going to head into bridge. So think about how you would normally be in bridge. You'd be flat on the ground and your heels would be up close to you. This time, our lower back, upper back, kind of where that bra strap ends. Maybe a little higher. Find that position. Maybe a little lower, maybe a little higher, and maybe let that head drop. If you have sinus issues or if you have vertigo issues, just be careful. Just go slow until you know you're comfortable. And let that chest hold.